Hello friends, welcome to the Coin Engineer YouTube channel. Today, we will talk about the events that made a mark in the world of cryptocurrency in 2022. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to subscribe to Coin Engineer YouTube channel, like the video, and turn on notifications. You can keep getting these kinds of summaries. Let's get started. In 2022, Bitcoin, which started at around $40,000, dropped to $33,000 in January, marking one of its worst opening performances. As investors were feeling anxious, Bitcoin couldn't do much during the slight relief rally. By March, it had risen back up to around $48,000. In March, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 25 basis points for the first time since 2018. After this increase, the decline deepened as investors pulled away from Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, which were seen as risky investments. While investors were fleeing the market, hackers weren't idle either. The Xfinity gaming platform was hacked, and one of the crypto hacking incidents occurred. The attack carried out by North Korean hackers resulted in a loss of $650 million. In May, the value of the algorithmic stablecoin USD, which was backed by the Terra ecosystem and held millions of dollars, became unstable. The Luna coin that supports this coin experienced one of the biggest crashes in crypto history. Luna, which was at 120, is now worth less than a cent. So, the people who invested in Luna, we can say that they have lost all their assets right now. In fact, we had prepared detailed videos about the Luna incident. We will keep making videos by keeping you informed. Thus, don't forget to keep following us. Now let's continue. So definitely don't forget to keep following us. Now let's continue again. In June, companies started to go bankrupt due to the collapse of Luna. On June 12th, Celsius, a cryptocurrency-based lending institution, halted withdrawals due to poor market conditions and went into restructuring. Later on, Celsius announced its bankruptcy. Again in June, the Voyager Cryptocurrency Investment Fund announced that it had a debt of $665 million to ThreeRock. 2 days after this announcement, ThreeRock declared bankruptcy. One significant event in June was that the annual inflation rate in the US rose to 9.1, reaching its peak. In July, Voyager filed for bankruptcy after failing to collect its receivables from Triarav Capital. Major exchanges like Coin and Crypto.com started laying off employees due to poor market conditions. And Tesla, one of the companies holding the most Bitcoin, sold 75% of its Bitcoins. As you know, Elon Musk had announced that he invested in Bitcoin and made purchases through Tesla. And after he announced that he made this purchase, Bitcoin had risen from $30,000 to around $42,000. Later on, of course, Tesla didn't sell all of them and was accumulating more. According to the statement, Tesla sold 75% of its Bitcoins at around $29,000, which means they sold at a loss. We believe that Elon Musk will invest in Bitcoin again in the coming days or years, and that Tesla will also buy Bitcoin again. Friends, you can also follow Coin News to keep up with this kind of news. As soon as purchases are announced from there, we directly inform you. Now let's move on to August if you like. Looking at August, we see that the US Treasury Department conducted an operation against Tornado Cash, which is related to privacy, friends. As you know, Tornado Cash was a platform aimed at providing privacy and being beneficial to people. But, America. We can say that there was a blow to privacy after the recent events. In September, perhaps the only positive event of the year took place. The long-awaited Ethereum 2.0 update, known as the Merge, has finally taken place. In November, as you know, FTX and Alameda also collapsed. To put it briefly, in his statement, CZ announced that he would sell all of the FTT token, which belongs to the FTX exchange. Later on, in a statement made by Coin, it was revealed that FTX and Alameda were actually not in good shape and were on the brink of bankruptcy. Of course, investors also started withdrawing their money from the FTX exchange out of fear. The same system exists in banks, friends. If everyone tries to withdraw their money, banks won't be able to pay it out, and institutions will start to go bankrupt one by one. Now, since everyone started withdrawing their money from FTX, FTX, they halted transactions, and many people who had money there suffered losses. If there are people among you like that, we wish you the best, friends. And later on, SPF, the former CEO of FTX, made a statement. According to the statement, if you have $1 there, you were informed that you could receive a 25-cent refund. But when will they make this refund? As you know, the MTGOX incident happened a long time ago. He will also refund a certain portion of Bitcoin to people in a similar manner. But they announced that they would do this no earlier than September 2023. Imagine, An exchange was hacked in 2013, and 10 years later, you still can't get your assets back. So there could be a similar period with FTX as well. So there's absolutely nothing we can truly do other than wish you the best. Looking at December, the last month of the year, we see that SPF was arrested. After SPF was arrested, he was brought to court. And the court has been postponed until September 2023. Normally, when something like this happens, SPF's arrest. And he needs to spend his detention either in jail or in a specific facility. But SPF will spend this process at home by paying a $250 million bail. So, do you think SPF can really collect $10 billion in this process, give it back to investors, and get away with it? Or could he potentially face a much bigger penalty? In this video, we wanted to talk about the updates that happened in 2022, friends. Now let's take a look at the companies that went bankrupt in 2022. Let's move on. When we look at the companies that went bankrupt in 2022, we see that mostly FTX and Alameda-based projects have collapsed. We can also see that big companies like Celsius Network and Voyager have gone bankrupt. BlockFi, FTX US, Serum and other investments from Alameda and FTX are here, later on. We can also see that many companies like Mirror Protocol have gone bankrupt here. Look, we can even see the coins that have been listed recently here. Unfortunately, even though these just started recently, they have been wiped out from the market. I hope you guys don't have any investments here, friends. So when we look down at the lower end, there are really bad projects as well. Of course, their disappearance happened without bringing in more investors. So it can be called beautiful, but for the people who lost their money inside, it's really bad. So in 2022, we see that these projects have completely disappeared, meaning they are totally finished. I hope you don't have any investments here. If you do have any, we wish you all the best once again. We've left 2022 behind with its pains and joys. I hope this year will truly be a profitable and healthy year, because we can get the money back. No matter how much we've lost, we can earn it back. But sometimes, even money can't literally bring our health back. That's why I wish for a wonderful year where we take care of our health. You can also write your expectations for 2023 in the comments section. If you like this video, please don't forget to like it, and if you want to share it with your friends, please do that as well. By subscribing to our channel and liking the video, you will be supporting us. Take good care of yourselves until we meet in the next video or the next live stream. Goodbye.